beautiful Singapore skyline featuring iconic landmarks has become a familiar sight. Speaking of District 10 in Singapore, many of us would relate to prime residential homes, the belt of excellence model. How do you define luxury homes? What separates a luxury home from high-end condominium in a prime district? Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hello. Former Pearl Bank apartments behind me. You see, the exact same excuses that we have given ourselves over the years to prevent us from restructuring our assets are the exact same time bombs that we have planted to haunt us a few years down the road. Hello, good evening, everyone. This is PK So from SingaporeProperty.tv, from Hutton's as well. And we're coming to you live from SingaporeProperty.tv. And tonight, I'm very happy to have Emily Tan back with us again. Hi, Emily. How are you doing?
Hello, PK. I'm good. Doing well. How about you?
Doing excellent. Yes. We are all looking forward to the lifting of this circuit breaker in Singapore just tomorrow. In a way, it goes by phases, but I'm glad that, positivity is coming from different fronts around the world. There are always bad news and good news, but we can start to see that, the momentum towards recovery is getting there. We are starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm very happy to see you again here, Emily Tan. Yeah. So I remember the last time that we had met online was quite a couple of weeks back when we were talking about some projects along the downtown line.
Yes, it was about Mayfair.
Yes, it was about Mayfair. And then today we are happy to be with you again. And of course, we are going to talk a little bit more about some of the projects under your care as well. Okay. Now, speaking about Bukit Timah and downtown line, I think it really resonates with many of us. Especially with me, because I'm staying nearby and I always use that downtown line very often. It really brings a lot of convenience, right, to the residents along this stretch from Upper Bukit Timah all the way to Bukit Timah and then to the CBD area, all the way to financial centers. And, this has actually, created so much interest in some of the properties along this stretch as well. But one of the interesting things, though, and as what you have mentioned previously as well, Emily, is that actually along this stretch of Bukit Timah, there's really, really very few new launches over all these years, right? And that is the reason why once there are some new launches coming out, it actually draws a lot of attention and interest from either the residents who are already staying around this area, or buyers who are coming from other parts of Singapore to this area as well because of the convenience of the MRT. Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit more about Bukit Timah, specifically at the 6th Avenue station, right, Ebony?
Yes, we are going to talk about both Royal Green and 4th Avenue, sharing the same MRT station.
Yes. Oh yeah, by the way, for the awesome. Yes, by the way, for our friends who are tuning in at the moment, thank you very much once again for tuning in live to our talk show, Fireside Chat at SingaporeProperty.tv. Once again, for those who just came in, my name is PK So from Hutton's, as well as Emily Tan from Hutton's as well. And today, we just want to bring this tempo a little bit more informal, a little bit more casual, so that as we chat, we try to bring across some valuable information to our friends who are tuning in as well. Now, by any chance, if you are watching this video on YouTube through a recorded videos, then, please feel free to check out some of my other videos at SingaporeProperty.tv YouTube channel, as well as if you have any questions, please feel free to call me at 9697-1131 or visit my website, singaporepropertyprices.com.sg. Now, if by any chance that you are invited by another Hutton's agent to watch this video, please always refer back to the person, to the agent, Hutton's agent. And you know, if you have any questions, I'm sure that your agent will be very well equipped to answer you as well. All right. But if you have by any chance upon our videos here, please always feel free to get in touch. All right, so we have spoken about Bukit Timah, so I just want to bring back the conversation here, and we're very glad to have our expert here today, Emily Tan, again back with us for our second session with Emily. Previously, we had one. We were talking about another project along Downtown Line. Today, we're going to focus a little bit more around the 6th Avenue station, MRT station, okay? Now, speaking about this, I realized one thing is that this whole Bukit Timah stretch, it is really very unique in a certain sense. And Emily, you and I, we have discussed about this all this while. You know, where else in Singapore can you find landed enclaves that are so well spread that you hardly find any high-rise buildings? And then at the same time, we are also not surrounded by just landed estates, but also good class bungalows enclaves. All right. Basically, over in Singapore, there aren't many clusters of GCB enclaves that are grouped very closely together. Mainly, we can find it along Bukit Timah Road or along Holland Road. Maybe towards Tanglin, there also a little bit of those, but really you can see the majority of these enclaves are actually gathered around Bukit Timah stretch and Holland Road area as well. And so we are in a very, very unique residential estates for, you know, either you are homeowners or buyers who are looking into this area. This is something that you probably will want to be aware of and well take note of as well. Okay, so as if the greenery is not enough, remember, Emily, we're talking about this. We mentioned about the master plan, right? The sky park that the government is planning to build along this stretch. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about this. I think you have some good information in your hands.
Yeah, something exciting is coming to Bukit Timah. I'll gladly share with you, PK. And if you're or if you have friends or potential clients who are nature lovers, okay, I'm sure they will like Bukit Timah because Bukit Timah is already very green, lots of green, like you say, but it's going to be greener in the near future. All right, so let me share with you.
Okay. Okay, let me just pull up the screen right there. Okay.
All right, when we talk about green is coming to Bukit Timah and more green actually. Well, this is from the URA Draft Master Plan 2019, talking about what's going to happen, or they call it the green transformation coming to Bukit Timah. And guess what? It's actually very close to 6th Avenue MRT station as well, and even closer to Royal Green and 4th Avenue, because both projects actually share the same locational attributes. Okay, so I will go through the what's going to happen. Okay, also big deal about this green transformation that's coming to Bukit Timah. Okay, well, I'm sure all of you have heard of this news, new green corridor that link 3 national gardens in Singapore. Well, I think this is something very exciting. Okay, I mean, in Singapore, there are only 3 national gardens, one in the west, one in the central, which is Botanical Garden, and the one in town, which is Gardens by the Bay. Okay, so how is the government going to link these 3 national gardens together? Okay, so this is one pictorial. This is pulled out from a URA master plan. You can go online to read out more about it. I'm just going to touch a little bit on about it. Okay, in the central area, as you can see, by 2021, this part of the connection, the green corridor will be completed. Okay, so this Jurong Lake Garden is one of the first national garden that they will link from the west, and then to the middle, Singapore Botanic Garden, because Singapore Botanic Garden is located in the center of Singapore. Okay, and then all the way to Gardens by the Bay. All right, so this will link these 3 national gardens together. So at the bottom of the picture, you can see what the government is going to do for every section. Okay, from Rifle Range Road, King Albert Park Station, all the way to 6th Avenue Station. Later on, we'll go in depth, or you can read more about it online. Okay, another article on the Sky Park to be built above Bukit Timah Canal as part of new corridor. Okay, PK, as you know, Bukit Timah Road is actually lined by this very big canal and also very tall, mature trees, right? So guess what? This linear park, or this Sky Park, they call it, will be built above the canal. So residents or pedestrians or even cyclists can actually enjoy their ride without any interruption by traffic lights or zebra crossings, things like that. So they can actually ride on the Sky Park very safely and also shaded by the canopies of the trees. Isn't this exciting, PK?
Yeah, I think this is really innovative by the government to do that because when you have a canal that stretches such a distance, it really takes up a lot of real estate, precious real estate along Bukit Timah Road. But then when you start building things above this canal and making use of that airspace above that canal and the roads beneath, that is really innovative by the government to do that. I really am surprised that they are able to think of such ideas, and it is wonderful.
Yeah. It's true. And what NParks calls it is like you can envision as a journey through a riverine forest. Can you imagine that? You don't have to walk through or walk within the Bukit Timah forest or Macritchie forest to enjoy this experience. All right.
Very well thought of.
Yeah. And what's going to happen to the rail corridor? I'm sure all of us is familiar with the old train rail that comes from Malaysia and then all the way to Tanjong Pagar railway station. So what's going to happen here is now a green corridor will be transformed into a community space that link 1 million people within 1 km of the rail corridor. And guess what? It will be completed by 2021. But I'm not sure whether it will be delayed by this COVID, but I'm sure if the government set out to do something, I'm sure they will deliver it timely. Okay. Yep. And the underlying part is what is important. It will spur the development of the surrounding land and rejuvenation of older district. So the whole Bukit Timah or even somewhere close or 6th Avenue area per se will be rejuvenated. Okay. And further up Bukit Timah, the railway station, okay, it will be refurbished, repurposed with more suitable amenities as well. So in future, you can expect that this railway station will be very, very popular among Singaporeans and also foreigners or tourists. Bring tourists to this area. So another attraction in Bukit Timah. Okay. Okay. PK, any questions so far about the green transformation?
Yeah, I think that is wonderful because it blends so well with all the initiatives that's been undertaken by the government recently. The rail corridor, as you mentioned, then the Sky Park coming in, and the fact that this whole stretch is actually very near to our nature reserve at Bukit Timah Hill. It all makes sense together, really. And then, and speaking of this, together with the low density residential enclave that we are talking about here, right here at 6th Avenue, around 6th Avenue MRT, along this Bukit Timah stretch here, it really makes the whole place so attractive to potential homeowners who either want to rent it out for future tenants or to rent to stay for themselves, right? So I also understand because recently I've actually done quite a bit of research on these areas. I was basically helping my friend who has been trying to look for a home, preferably a new home along this whole stretch of Bukit Timah. But sadly, he couldn't find anything that is up to his satisfaction. Either because, some of the, as you all know, there are very few new launches these days over the years. And then a lot of the homes that he has seen for the past few times is always pretty aged. The design is a bit outdated. And then if he wants to renovate it, he got to spend quite a bit of money to renovate this whole place again. So, and we are very glad that today we have Royal Green and 4th Avenue to talk about, and probably we shall recommend him as well, if it is something that suits him. So if you may, Emily, if you can just share with us a little bit more about the attributes of Royal Green, because you see the Royal Green, the name sounds really interesting, especially the green part, because it blends very well with what the government is trying to do around the surroundings. All right, so maybe you can share with us a little bit more about the architectural concepts behind the designs concepts for Royal Green.
Sure, I'm sure your friend will like this location, if he's a nature lover or he's a very outdoor person who loves green, okay, and even you can excite him with the green transformation that is coming out that we just spoke about as well. And like you say, it is very rare. Some of our customers have also have this pain that they can't find anything of their liking in terms of design or latest trend amongst the current developments in that area, especially if they want something so close to the MRT. Well, today I will share with you, or you can bring a friend back. I hope he's listening to this talk show as well. Okay, about 4th Avenue and Royal Green. Okay, this slide shows you the Bukit Timah collection. The developer behind Bukit Timah collection is actually All Green Properties. Actually, they acquired 3 pieces of land a few years ago, and today I'm going to just touch on 4th Avenue and Royal Green, okay, because they share the same MRT station. Okay, some of the awards, a list of awards that is won by All Green. I'm sure you agree that buying from the right developer is very important. It's also one of the considering factors. Okay, this is a street view of Royal Green. Is this beautiful or not? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, in keeping with the surrounding, Royal Green is low rise, 5-story high. Okay, not because of the plot ratio, they can't have a tall building, that looks like a sore thumb among the landed properties and good class bungalow. Okay, some of the reasons why some customers have bought into Royal Green. Okay, these are some of the advantages or benefits of Royal Green. Okay, as we all know, when we talk about Royal Green or Bukit Timah, we are located in a core central region. I mean, location itself already speaks of its value. When we talk about Bukit Timah or Prime District 10, people usually go, wow, you actually stay there, you actually have that address. It's actually, a prestigious and well sought after address as well. Okay, because it's in Prime District 10 again. It's a colored street directory. Okay, and when we talk about low density living, like what you say, it's very difficult to find a part of Singapore, or it's so rare to find such surrounding, a neighborhood that is quiet, tranquil. If you want to just come home to a quiet environment, okay, this is one location that you have to consider, or your friend have to consider. Okay. You can look at this beautiful picture of Bukit Timah. Okay, have you seen anything like that in any parts of maybe in other country where they call like Prime Central? When we talk about Prime Central, it's always a high-rise building, right? 40, 50-story high. Very built up, shoulder to shoulder. Okay, and of course, very exclusive. Those low density private residential enclave when you talk about Bukit Timah, because of course Royal Green per se is surrounded by so many landed properties, even very few condominiums or apartments you can see from this picture. Okay, and look at how close it is to the MRT. Okay, how fast can you walk in?
Exactly. This whole stretch is probably very familiar with the residents staying around that area. For some of the residents who may, by any chance that they have not heard of Royal Green, they probably may have heard of Royal View previously. And let me just call up this picture. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Royal View, which is the former residential estate before Royal Green takes over. Right, so this gives you a better idea of where Royal Green is. That red and white buildings, I think it would look very familiar to some of the residents who have been staying there for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember the Ritz apple strudel.
that is the one. Yes, apple strudel. I remember that one. Yeah.
Okay. So it's very close to the MRT. I will probably take about 3 minutes to walk to the MRT from Royal Green. With my high heels. Okay. Of course, nothing beats excellent connectivity, because you're so close to the MRT. It means you can, you don't have to perspire or sweat much before you reach the MRT station, and you just can hop onto the air-conditioned train and bring you to your destination.
Yep.
All right. Okay, something you also shared with me, your friend works in the town area, financial district. So downtown line is very convenient. He can take a train ride all the way to MBFC, at downtown Bayfront or even Promenade if he works in Suntec City. Okay, or if he wants to go to the west, he can actually take it, go to the other line, go to the other side, towards Bukit Panjang. Okay, so this is very well connected. As you can see, the color, you can also notice there are so many interchanges along this line as well. So it will bring him swiftly to north, south, east, west of the island. Okay.
Yeah. Another point about 6th Avenue is this. I believe there are families who have children studying in the secondary school. For example, let's say NJC or Nanyang Girls High, or even Hwa Chong Institution, which is just very close by. All right. So when you are staying here at Royal Green, 6th Avenue, you literally don't even need to take the train at all. Well, we can take to Tan Kaki, which is the next stop to Hwa Chong. Otherwise, you can just cross across to Nanyang Road side where the bus stop is. 2 stops from 6th Avenue, you reach NJC already. So this is very convenient for if you have children in the teen age who are studying in this some of top schools there. Very, very convenient.
You're right. Well, I was looking at this chart, and I think this is a very good slide for you and your friends, or you have foreign friends who visit Singapore, right? This will be a very good chart for them to travel around Singapore, because they can take the downtown line to many of the tourist spots that we have in Singapore, like Chinatown, Botanic Garden, UNESCO, even all the way to Changi Airport in future, when you can interchange via the Thomson East Coast line, right? And of course, not forgetting foreigners or like our local delights at Newton Food Centre. Okay, to the young or even to the not so young, Bukit Timah has becoming very chic and convenient because lots of the cafes are gentrified, modernized, so the young and the not so young can visit at their leisure. They can have tea, or even the local toast box is there at 6th Avenue area. Okay, because like you mentioned, it's close to reputable schools. Along downtown line, you can actually alight at any station to access a school or two very closely. Okay, just now you mentioned Nanyang Girls, Okay, so these are the stops where the schools are, even preschools, the Eaton House Preschool at 6th Avenue. Okay, so you have for family for couples or young couples who are starting a family, they can actually safely buy any properties along this line, right, to access the school. I mean, after all, it's beyond primary schools, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, PK, let me ask you this question. Okay. During this COVID-19 or pandemic, what is one lesson that you have learned so far?
Well, lots of lessons actually. All right, but one very important lesson, as I can see from the slides, is health is wealth, right? Health is wealth. Health is wealth. I think a lot of people start to appreciate that. We see famous people, very wealthy individuals who have passed on, especially in the United States. I saw a lot of those news coming out from there during this COVID-19. Some famous people who are wealthy people, they just pass on like that, just because of the illness. All right, so health is wealth, and I strongly believe in that.
You're right, PK. Well, my answer to you is, I think the biggest lesson I learned during this COVID-19 is actually distance and space is actually a premium now. Where nature, where our development is surrounded by lots of nature, a lot of trees, low density, means lower populated area. Okay, is so important. Distance and space become a premium or become the utmost important in our lives. I mean, even after circuit breaker, we still have to practice social distancing, right? Like when I go to the market, the aunties and uncles will say, "Mia, things like that. So you're right. Health and safety is very, very important during this time until there's a vaccine, of course. Okay.
Yep.
So, what I'm trying to say here in this slide is we are actually surrounded by lots of nature. Okay, from Bukit Timah Nature Reserve to Singapore Botanic Gardens, and we are also very close to, even if you want to hike to MacRitchie, it's also close by. Okay, so I'm done with my green transformation, and just now we have talked about green transformation, and now I'm not sure your friend has gone to our showroom before the circuit breaker to look at our show flats at Royal Green. But if he has not, I have some pictures and some description to show him now. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. The inspiration behind Royal Green is actually very much inspired by Fifth Avenue, Manhattan. Why? Because, as we know, New York is a big city, right? Surrounded by lots of high-rise building. Even, some have visited the Trump building that is 50-story high. Okay, so it's very built up. The architect also shared with us about this brownstone building. This is the first time I heard of it. When they share, it's actually something like Jurassic sandstone, they call it lah. So probably sounds very ancient and very, very old, right? But they told us that these brownstones actually cost millions of dollars to purchase. Okay, so when we saw this one, wow, Royal Green going to use this? Actually, no lah, because inspired by this only. Okay, of course, when we talk about New York, we also we'll talk about Central Park. Okay, Central Park is in the so-called in the middle of the center of everything. Okay, it's surrounded by lots of high-rise building in New York. Okay, it's well visited, by lots of tourists as well, and the locals also love to hang out there. Okay, Gardens in the Sky, the inspiration is, it actually relates to the rooftop gardens in Royal Green, on top of every blocks. Later, I will show you that. Okay, so we call that Gardens in the Sky. And some color scheme as well, some modern material used for the interior of the units as well. Okay, so later you will see some familiar colors like rose gold, which is like very popular among ladies now. Okay. Some of the artist impression. Okay, below this, the picture below is actually features the drop-off point. Okay, with a cascading waterfall behind. As you wait for your car or your taxi, you can actually relax with the sound of this cascading waterfall. Okay, because we talk about some of the trees that is unique, that is planted around the development as well. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of forest bathing. Okay, very popular these days, especially during COVID. People go to the reservoir, to the forest to breathe in fresh air, right? Because there are lots of trees there. Okay, so we have that in Royal Green as well. Okay, some of the units are facing the forest grove courtyard. Okay, if you like something that is very quiet, lots of trees in front of you, well, if your friend likes quietness, more peaceful, okay, he can choose some of the units facing the forest grove courtyard. Okay, Central Green, I told you, right, we have a Central Green in Royal Green as well. This is what we call, this is the inspiration behind. Okay, this large, very large lawn that is in between these two blocks. Okay, so some of the units have the luxury of facing this whole lawn just in front of them unblocked. Okay. Okay, clubhouse and the pool. You can see the picture at the bottom. You have this bridge linking the blocks together as well. So this is what we call Gardens in the Sky. So you can experience that in Royal Green as well. Okay. It's a very nice pool view where you can see.
So pretty much the different buildings are linked through by the rooftops, I guess.
Yes, they are linked so that residents can walk, along these bridges to access the different facilities on the rooftop.
Nice.
Okay, this is very, very unusual, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's nice.
A nice spa pool, to hang out. If you want a small group hangout, so you can hang out at this corner. Yeah, this is what we call greenery in the sky. So these are some of the facilities on the rooftop. Okay. Yeah. So all this labels the different facilities on the roof. Okay, they are all accessible by the bridges. Okay, I want to point to you something very unique, number 17.
Okay.
Okay, there's our recreational tennis court. Have you seen anything like that?
No. Recreational tennis court. What is that?
Yeah, tennis court above the roof.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a bridge, but it's actually a tennis court. Okay, between these two blocks. So something very unique in
Between the
Royal
blocks.
Green.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is a very nice night view of the development.
That's very smart of the developer to do that, right? Can you imagine, looking at this picture, you were playing tennis towards dusk with the backdrop of sunset behind you, and then with the breeze coming in from all the
Yes.
surrounding space. Wow, that is amazing.
Yes,
And
you
then
can
with
play
all the
tennis
lighting
with
and
a
the theater
view.
being lit up. Yeah, yeah, very nice.
Okay. Okay, I mean, even the foliages along the bridge is also very beautiful, right? They are all lined with greens,
Yeah, exactly.
right? It's really,
Very
really
well
very
designed.
in keeping with the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is a site plan, an overview plan of the building blocks, in Royal Green. Okay, it has 8 blocks, only 285 units in this big plot of land, very regular shape. Okay. And some pictorial, like I said, you can show your friends some of these pictures on the furnishing. Okay. A luxury space in the unit itself. Okay, using very premium palette and sophisticated colors within the unit also.
Yeah.
Okay, marble flooring, colors are actually evergreen, easy to match. Okay, this is provided for in every unit, a storage organizer, okay, which you can be organized, you can do the Marie Kondo organizer, okay, and, the stress-free home is a stress-free life, okay? Okay, of course, some premium brands for the sanitary ware and appliances as well. Okay, so this is for Royal Green.
Nice, nice. Well, in the meantime, we have some friends who came in. Hi, Alan, Jeremiah. How are you? Good to see you here. Thanks for joining us in this
Hello,
chat.
Alan.
Yes, yes. And we have Desmond as well. Hi, Desmond. Good
Hello,
evening to you
Desmond.
as well. Yes, yes. And of course, we have Peggy. Hi, Peggy.
Hello, Peggy.
Always good to see you here with us. Thank you very much for the support.
Hello.
Yes, yes. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in as well. For those who have just tuned in, this is PK So from Huttons, together with Emily Tan from Huttons as well. This is probably the second time that you have seen Emily in the fireside chat at SingaporeProperty.tv. She has appeared in our previous episode as well, explaining one of the other amazing projects along this downtown line in the Bukit Timah stretch. And today we are focusing towards the 6th Avenue MRT station, two amazing projects called Royal Green and 4th Avenue Residences. So we had a chat earlier for those who just came in and joined us about the surroundings, the greenery around this whole neighborhood, and the fact that it is low density, surrounded by landed enclave, and of course, good class bungalows enclave as well. So this is really a very unique living environment, I would say. Hardly you can find this in Singapore. In a prime district 10 that is supposedly in most cities high rise, very cosmopolitan. But then over here in this prime central area, surprisingly, surprise, ladies and gentlemen, you see one whole big space of low-rise landed enclave that gives you so much soothing greenery, enjoying the fresh breeze and everything. Plus all the master plan that Emily just mentioned earlier, for those who just missed us or wish watch a replay, she talked about the master plan as well, on how this whole area is transforming into also a green leisure hangout place for the residents in this stretch also. All right. So thank you very much. We have more friends coming. Hey, Brian. Good to see you, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Yes, yes, yes. We have more experts coming in, Brian. And we have Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Thank you very much for tuning in as well. Okay. Right. Emily, we have spoken about Royal Green. I think it's very impressive, especially from those pictures that you've shown us. And we want to go a little bit more into 4th Avenue. And I know 4th Avenue is also by the same developer, All Green.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is.
Also around the same, pretty much around the same location as well. Tell us more about 4th Avenue if you can.
Okay, next up, well, I haven't finished about Royal Green actually, PK.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Okay.
Clearly, this is not scripted, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But just now you asked me about, your friend having the trouble or looking for a new home in Bukit Timah or 6th Avenue per se. I would say it is very rare. So I've come to this rarity part of Royal at 6th Avenue. Okay. Well, it's so rare. New homes is so rare in 6th Avenue that, the developers have to unblock the old and build new homes for new residences. So this was in the news where you showed earlier, the old building of Royal View, right? So this was actually, All Green actually successfully bidded Royal View in 2017. So this is one of the land Bukit Timah collection that they acquired. Okay. Of course, it's so rare that, this plot of land is highly contested with 9 bidders. So all these 9 developers, right, were fighting for this piece of land, of course. And of course, the winner is All Green. And of course, all of them actually saw the potential and value in this plot of land also. Okay. Well, if your friend is looking for something close to the 6th Avenue MRT, or even before, if he was looking before the downtown line came out in 2016, right? Actually, there aren't many new homes of maybe towards his liking, in terms of style or, age of the property. Yeah, it's really very, very few. So all these are actually within 500 meters. The 500 meters will take you 5 minutes to walk to the MRT, right? Okay, if I add out all these units, right, it's probably like less than 500 units. Whereas in other parts of Singapore, maybe you will see thousands of units that is very close to MRT, but not in 6th Avenue. Okay, so this is so rare about new homes. Okay, and what about price? I'm sure your friend is price sensitive, very concerned about price, right? Affordability as well. You can share with him about this. Pricing in Singapore has changed over time. RCR means rest of central region, means city fringe in layman's term. Okay, and CCR is called central region, where Royal Green is located. Okay, some of the developments outside Bukit Timah or called central region has already achieved this high PSF. Okay, so he must be curious, or you must be curious, how much is Royal Green, right, PK?
Oh yeah, always.
Always guess.
I don't know, if you judge by the prices in the RCR, when they are talking about prices like hitting like 27, 28, or sometimes even higher. I guess as a CCR property in Prime District 10 near to MRT, it should be commanding prices that's higher than this, right, Emily?
Okay. When I show you the next slide, don't fall off your chair, okay?
Okay.
Okay, look at the prices. I mean, just as PSF, if you're comparing PSF, okay, they are at 26xx PSF.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing.
Okay, I thought you would fall off your chair, but it didn't.
Luckily, I have a very stable one. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, talking about 2.6. We are talking about 2.6, right? You're listening. Yeah.
Yeah, the range is about 2.6 to 2.8. Okay, at Royal Green. Okay. Well, these slides I'm showing you, if your friend is looking for popular facing, different unit types, if he's looking for 2-bedroom, these are some of the popular facing units. Okay, so ask him to hurry up.
Are these the only units left, Emily?
No, of course, I'm just highlighting the popular units that are selling fast.
Selling very fast, right?
Yes.
So these are the hot stacks, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, these are the hot stacks. Because there's no all the units are actually very good facing, because as you can see, they are all very north-south facing. Okay, and very regular size. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So now I can go on to 4th Avenue.
All right.
Okay, like I shared earlier, 4th Avenue actually share the same MRT station. But just now you said 250 meters is very close, right? From Royal Green to 6th Avenue. Okay, 4th Avenue is even closer. Guess what? It's actually at the doorstep.
At the doorstep,
At the
literally.
doorstep. Is it close enough? Actually, you can roll there.
Nothing can be closer than that. Nothing can be closer than that. Yeah.
Okay. Again, it's surrounded by lots of low-rise landed, and 4th Avenue in future will possibly be one of the highest in that area, closest to the MRT station. Okay, this is where 4th Avenue is. This picture is very familiar, right? Because you saw it. Well, I show you for Royal Green. Actually, they are about the same location. Okay, some of the reasons why our customers bought into 4th Avenue. Okay. And rarity, let's talk about rarity because I've covered the location, okay, which is similar to Royal Green. Okay, it's also very rare. Okay, I can say none of the developments, right, has the true benefit of 4th Avenue residences, okay, because none of them have the doorstep access to the MRT station, because only 4th Avenue has it, right? So like I say, very limited supply or very rare. Okay, if your friend wants something that is even closer to 6th Avenue MRT station, okay, like, just doorstep, okay, 4th Avenue residences is the only one. Okay, of course, the rest are also very old and dated. I'm sure he has seen some of these developments or apartments there. Okay, but of course, 4th Avenue now is the champion because it's the only development that is doorstep MRT. It is very rare, even along Bukit Timah, to have a development that has a doorstep. Okay, a school maybe, because at Tan Kah Kee, Hwa Chong is a doorstep of Tan Kah Kee station, but that's a school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's amazing, Emily. In fact, if I were to picture myself as an investor, I could have vehicles, I could have cars, maybe more than one, for some of the buyers, right? But the fact is that if I'm buying an investment property, and an investment property, we know that we are going to rent it out. And obviously, as a tenant, now if you picture yourself as a tenant looking for a home with the convenience of taking a downtown line to, let's say, Marina Bay Financial Center or Chinatown, or anywhere along that stretch, I would definitely go for 4th Avenue residences. Why? The moment I step out from my compound, I'm in an MRT already, and I know it's all covered, sheltered all the way.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah, so it makes so much sense, as an investor, to look into this project because of that convenience and that uniqueness about this project being connected literally right to the MRT in a way.
Yes, you're right, PK. I mean, for some investors, doorstep is good. It's close, very close. But there are some customers who also don't mind walking 3 minutes, or some tenants also don't mind walking 250 meters to the MRT station. Well, both share the same convenience, just that whether you want to take that short walk or just, you want the convenience of, you are sheltered all the way to the MRT station,
yes.
Right? Okay. So when we talk about rarity, right, so long never had a new home in almost more than 10 years, don't have a new home at 6th Avenue station. So there's a lot of pent-up demand at this location. Like you say, if you are an investor who wants to invest something in Bukit Timah, with doorstep MRT, this is the only one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, an artist's impression of the building. Okay, this is a drone view from the back of the 4th Avenue residences. As you can see, right at the back of the development, there's already a GCB. Okay, this GCB is used as a childcare center currently. Look at this picture. So yeah, that's the side gate.
Yeah.
All right, sheltered all the way from within the development to the outside of the Bukit Timah Road. Okay, look at how convenient it is.
Yep.
Okay, of course, a very homecoming arrival plaza for residents. Okay, a very inviting pool as well. Starting our day with a swim or a workout in a gym with a pool view. Right. Okay, very generous lawn spaces within the development as well for residents to interact with each other for resting. Okay, the spa, leisure pavilions. Okay, some of the blocks also have sky pavilions, you know, to maybe enjoy a cup of tea, to have a quiet time on the sky pavilion, you know, with a view as well. Okay, some of the interior. This is one of the master bedroom of the 3-bedroom. You know, if your friend is starting a family with looking for bigger units, actually this 3-bedroom is actually very, very popular. So, okay.
Speaking of that, is there any block that is near to the nearby Raffles Girls Primary?
One of the blocks. Okay, let me finish this. The premium fittings and the smart home.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the overview of the site plan. One of the blocks that is actually they are all very close to the schools actually. But for 4th Avenue residences, there's one block. This block 6 at this corner is within 1 kilometer to RGPS, Raffles Girls Primary School. So if you have clients or friends looking for this benefit, right, to register their children, you know, now they can look at this block to register for the address. Okay. Right, I come to almost the end. Okay, the good news is the latest promotion for 4th Avenue residences. Okay, as you can see, limited units and limited time. Okay, for this promotion, the big savings is up to 200,000. Okay, or you can say up to 200,000 discount. Okay, this is for selected 1-bedroom units in the developments. Okay, for example, for this unit, it was at 1.148 million. Now it's actually 998,000 only, and savings of 150,000. Okay, and what comes with it is actually a 2 years maintenance fee absorption. Okay, and a smart home package add-on.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
When's the last time they hear of a new launch in this Prime District 10? That's less than $1 million, right? So I think this is a good opportunity.
Yeah, very good opportunities for your investors friend who are looking for an investment at the doorstep MRT, you know, with such good attributes, location attributes, and also the transformation that is coming up in Bukit Timah. Okay. After this, I will just share with you a 3D walkthrough of the show units, just to show you basically what are the finishes of the unit itself. Okay, the interior.
Sure. Okay, before we go to that, you know, this thing is always something that I keep forgetting all the time. And you know what? This is the one. Disclaimer clauses. I keep forgetting this. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please take note of the disclaimer clauses. This applies from the beginning of this broadcast or beginning of this video all the way to the end. All right. So please take note of this. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. So well, yeah, I think those are two amazing projects I just mentioned. Perhaps we can proceed on to the virtual tour and take a look and let the audience take a look at some of the units there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. This is one of the shows that we have in Royal Green. I'm going to show this 3-bedroom plus study. Okay. Where I'm standing is actually the entrance of the main door entrance. Okay, as you enter, you can see right in front of you this very nice picture. I mean, this is just ID, but this shows that it has a nice foyer, very nice grand foyer when you welcome your guests or when you come home too. Okay. Well, this marble wall is actually ID only. Okay, but what I want to show you is the marble flooring finishes that is provided. Okay, with timber skirting.
What's the size of this unit, Emily?
Sorry, the size of this unit is 1076 square feet.
Okay.
Okay, let me bring you to the master bedroom, very spacious master bedroom. Can fit a king size bed with 2 bedside table, as you can see. All right. I hope you're not giddy yet. Okay, the bathroom, all the bathrooms have big windows like this. Okay, vanity top with very nice carpentry work. Okay, it's very nice, luxurious bathroom for the master. Okay, this is actually one of the bedrooms that has a link to the balcony as well, that share the same balcony as the living room. So if you have like school children who likes to have a balcony outdoor, he can actually study and look out to the greenery outside. Right, green is good for the eyesight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what we are looking at is actually the study area. Okay, the mirror is ID. This wall is between the dining and the study. So as you can see, this study is actually very spacious. If you like, you can actually enclose it with a door, right? Outside the corridor. Okay, it comes with an aircon as well for this study. And it also has a entrance to the yard of the unit, okay? And that is linked to the kitchen. So if you have a helper that you need to give her a room, this can be converted to a helper's room. Okay, you can actually build a wall here to enclose it, so she can access her room from this door at the outside the yard. Okay. So the kitchen. So these are the appliances that are provided. Okay, by Miller. Oven also by Miller. So you have a fridge also provided. And this pantry area as well. Probably this area you can put your coffee machine or a microwave. Okay. Okay, next I will go on to 4th Avenue. Can you see I'm in 4th Avenue now, PK? The 3D.
I think we're still at Royal Green, Emily.
Okay, let me share again. Okay, let me share again.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
So 4th Avenue, I'm showing this 2-bedroom. This was actually one of our show flats for 2-bedroom. I'm at the main door, actually, the entrance of the door. So when you look into the 2-bedroom, it has a open concept kitchen. Okay. This is the finish of the laminate of the DB box. Okay. Very generous area as well.
What's the size for this, Emily?
The size is actually 700 square feet.
Okay.
2-bedroom, 2-bath. As you can see, the color scheme for 4th Avenue is slightly different from Royal Green. For the 1 and 2-bedroom at 4th Avenue, you get a grayish tone of marble, natural marble, okay, which is very modern, and probably the young people will be more attracted to it. So this is one of the bedroom. Okay. Yeah, I always like to go to the master bedroom first. Okay, as you can see, very generous space for the master bedroom. Okay. With the attached bathroom. Okay. With marble wall feature wall.
Yeah.
Okay, basically to show you and the audiences the finishes of the unit. Okay, maybe this is a better view of the open concept kitchen. All right. Okay.
Actually, I quite like the open feel that once you step into a unit, it doesn't feel very cramped. even though it is a 2 bedroom, 700 square feet is good size. And the
Yes.
moment it's inside, you feel that it's quite expensive. It's like you don't feel the clutter or the crampedness of the space there. It's really
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Yes. 700 square feet is actually a very generous size for 2 bedroom for new homes.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, you can have a relaxing corner in the balcony as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. To look up to the pool or the green, depending on the facing you choose. Okay. Okay. The view from the balcony is actually looks very grand from the balcony. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Do you think your friend will like this? Like 4th Avenue?
I think he would. I think he would like it. It's about time that we got to show him. We got to arrange an appointment with you to show him.
Yes. That's Zoom.
Yes, yes. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in right now, thank you very much once again for tuning in to our program. Well, this is the second session that we have with Emily Tan. She's the project IC for Royal Green and 4th Avenue residences as well. And of course, the previous project that we talked about last time. So very helpful. She has also, together we have actually held different presentations for different clients, even during this circuit breaker period in Singapore. And we are so glad that, this phase one of the lifting of circuit breaker is coming in. Even though we can't really function with physical interaction yet for the real estate industry, but I can foresee that with all the positive news that's coming in from various fronts, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, very soon probably things will be lifted. As we see the numbers decrease, I think all this positivity is just gaining momentum, and we start to feel that on the ground already, because there's so many deals. In fact, I would say hundreds of deals that are being closed during this circuit breaker period. And I'm not even joking about this. Every single day I'm seeing, hey, this, because we have WhatsApp notification. So every time when there's a deal that's closed, we get that notification. And ladies and gentlemen, whenever I see that, I was like, what is happening? Why are buyers still buying during this period? All right. So there must be a reason why, when purchasers are signing on the dotted line by just virtual tours and Zoom sessions like this, online interactions like this. People see the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. And I would say that the fact that you are watching this video right now, whether live right now together with us or watching a replay of this video on YouTube, we are getting into the norm of gaining information online. All right, watching videos, attending webinars online, and you as a customer, you as a potential homeowners or a buyer, you're also getting into that rhythm of assessing information, judging whether this property is something that is worth your attention. And this is something that we want to bring across through that screen that's separating us. I wish I can reach out to you on the screen and shake your hands, but I can't. But the fact that you're watching this video until now, which is about 1 hour already, 58 minutes to be exact, from the start of this video, it shows that something must have interested you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stayed that long. And all you need to do really is to pick up the phone and call this number, 9697-1131. I repeat, 9697-1131. And Emily and I will be very much happy to sit down with you and share with you more information about the availability and the promotions that the developers are rolling out for keen buyers. All right. So I can see that, Emily, I believe you have also sensed that buyers have transformed, the market has transformed. In fact, this COVID-19 period has basically evolved the whole marketplace into something that CEOs can't even achieve for the past few years, basically to allow employees to work from home. All right.
Yes.
So you and I, we are also working from home right now.
Yes.
Pretty hardworking agents, aren't we?
In fact, we should be very motivated. And I mean, all the closings that we see online on news, right, are actually very inspiring to me. I want to be the next agent who sell a property online as well.
Exactly. And really assessing all this information is so easy these days. With the advancements of technology, this is, you can literally gain and we interact, from the comfort of our homes. And really, if you think about it, we are actually in the midst of a lot of mixed news that we receive from the media, right? On one front, we have good news, like we are seeing economies starting to open up in different countries. But at the same time, we are also in the middle of pretty bad news, like what is happening in the United States right now. Riots is happening. There's racism going on right there. Very, very bad. So I always feel when I look at all this, when I listen to all this news, I feel that we are really fortunate to be in Singapore. When we are here talking about master plan, transformation of lives towards, a better living space. And when in parts of the world, even the superpowers, they are facing such crisis over there on top of the COVID-19. All right, so I really feel very fortunate to be a Singaporean as well as living in Singapore. I believe you feel the same way too, Emily.
Yes, same here. Actually, we are really truly blessed, that we are in Singapore.
Yes, sure. All right. So hang on, we have some questions here. Okay. Can you advise the price for the 2-bed for 4th Avenue? Yes, Christina, definitely we can. Okay, as pricing is always dynamic, and we are not sure when viewers will be viewing this video down the road. Please send me a WhatsApp at 96971131. I'll be able to get back to you on the latest information that we have. All right. So I think that would be the best way to communicate with you, Christina. Please send me a WhatsApp at 96971131. I'll be able to get back to you shortly after this presentation. Thank you very much for the interest, Christina. Okay, so, well, I guess we have come almost to the end of this sharing. Emily, thank you very much once again for always being so helpful and sharing all this precious information with everybody else who is tuning in right now. Now, for the audience out there, thank you very much. Once again, I see quite a number of people who are watching us still. All right, so please always remember to always subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, press that subscribe button so that you will be notified of future notifications when I come online with new videos, or feel free to follow my Facebook page, Singapore Property TV. Now, to end this presentation, what we'll do is this: we will go ahead and play a video, a fly-through video of 4th Avenue residences, so that you can actually feel the project itself and also see how close it is to the MRT that we are talking about. All right. So with that, thank you very much once again, Emily, for coming on time online with us. Yes. Hope to have you another session with you next time. All right. So to all friends out there, stay safe and good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right.